Let's do it. Ooh, this is getting interesting. Let me show you where I'm at right now on this demo contest. That's right. I'm showing you all my trades. As you can see, I'm buying gold and I'm selling USD/JPY. I did this too early in the week. I did it on Monday. Anticipated the sell right away for USD/JPY, and then I anticipated on buying gold right away because gold dropped all the way down to like 1205, and then it finally went back up. But I didn't buy it at 1205. I bought it at 1207, and so now there's a lot of mixed match going on because the big focus is Yellen's testimony on her semi-annual monetary policy statements today for the U.S. and that's in like 20 minutes. I'm gonna record as much as I can, and just for my own records, how I look at the charts, and so just bear with me. I'm getting new to all this whole explicit broadcaster, and so I have some other videos I'm trying to upload as well because I'm doing daily vlogs with the kids and also doing fishing as well. Let's see. So the biggest projections is definitely I focus more on USD/JPY and gold versus euro and pound because I looked into USD/JPY a lot more versus in the all the other US pairs versus like USD CAD and USD Swiss franc. And normally the 6 major pairs I usually focus on is USD/JPY, gold, the euro, the pound, Australia, and New Zealand dollar. And so, and then I have 2 iPhones, so I'm showing you the other one that I'm looking at as well. And so my type of trading is pretty high aggressive, high risk. I don't do any stop losses. I don't do any take profit orders. As soon as I execute them, I'm looking at long-term trading. I used to do a lot of scalping, and the fact is, scalping is great, but it's just short-term profits, and you have to constantly like look at the charts. And I will do a video on that, and I scalp off the 1 minute chart. And as you guys can see, these are the 1 minute charts. I look exactly for fast movements, especially when there are big news happening in, like New York sessions. Those are like the key indicators. A lot of people go off the 4 hour. 4 hour is awesome because that's what I use for swing trading. It is by far the most accurate chart for swing trading for me. And I probably let's see what I can show here. I use 3 different indicators on top of the chart and on my main window on my MetaTrader 4, and then I have 4 indicators on, 3 indicators on the bottom. So 3 on the main window and 3 on the bottom. And these are my indicators. You guys can see here. So notice I have the moving average, fractals, parabolic SAR, okay, and then on the bottom that falls with the MACD and RSI is the stochastic oscillator. Reason being, I have 3 and 3 is because I've been testing out a lot of indicators, what I like to use, and so there are times that some indicators are not pretty accurate and the others are. And then when you combine all indicators together, then you can actually see exactly which indicators you actually want to go off of. And so let's see if you guys can see. Notice that, oh man. Notice that there's these black arrows. I'm on SAL USD, which is gold. I mean, I'm on USD JPY. Oh my gosh, what a morning for me. Oh my gosh, I stayed up way too late last night. I stayed up till like 4 in the morning. Yeah, so notice that, and these dots is the parabolic SAR. And this is something that's a little bit more accurate on the 4-hour chart versus if you were going to trade off the 1 minute or 5 minute. So normally I like to use this for swing trading. And with the parabolic SAR, the moment, like every 4 hours, that's why with the 4-hour chart you check it every 4 hours from, let's see, when the market opens at 4 p.m. on Sunday, okay, and then you go to 9 p.m. I'm basing it off my time. Every 4 hours, 4 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Central Time, 1 a.m. Central Time, and then 4 hours after that is 5 in the morning. And so for every single dot, that's like every 4 hours. You guys can see that. And you notice that USD JPY dropped below 113. And I think it peaked at, where did it peak at? It dropped all the way down to 112.9. Yeah, 112.9. And now it's trying to recover itself before the speech. So, if it's trying to recover itself for the speech, that already indicates that everyone's anticipating good news out of the US. I'm going to keep selling the US pairs. Another key factor for today is the Bank of Canada. They're supposed to release their interest rates, and the governor is speaking an hour after Yellen's testimony. So, big news for USD CAD as well. I plan on selling USD CAD. You don't have to take my word for it, but that's my plan. And I know USD CAD's been sitting at 129, and I know it's been trying to raise itself back up, and I mean it dropped all the way down to 128, and so it's a lot, especially from where it started for like I want to say, so it's July. I want to say back in April or mid-May was at the highest. It was at 137, and now it's at now at the lowest at 128. That's a lot. And the reason is because oil prices, because Canada carries out, they're huge on oil. So if oil prices are rising for Canada, guess what? USD drops. And you gotta know that every summer gas prices go up. So on top of that, before all that, there was OPEC meetings. That's something to take a look at. And in the summer, people travel a lot more. So guess where they're going? All over the countries. So you're trading more US dollars for their currency. That's why their currencies go up even higher. People don't realize that. That's small things that you should take a look into, that the seasons are changing. You can't just expect that one season is going to be, oh yeah, I think it's still going to be the same rate or the same price value. No, you got to know that, oh, fall's coming up, in like 2 months here. So you should know that everyone's going back to school, okay, especially here in the U.S., okay? There's not going to be much traveling, right? Just like winter, there's not going to be much traveling, and if there is, I mean, ain't going to move much. So notice that the US dollar gets stronger during the winter time and then it gets weaker in the summertime. And that's just how I see it. And I've been looking at the past trends, where the market's been going, because I know I've only been trading for 6 months, but I look back at the past couple years and I noticed that the euro and the pound are really high in the summer. Also with Australia and New Zealand. And then you got gold right behind that. And then in the summer, there's so much U.S. Geopolitical tensions against North Korea, especially when they talk about in the G20 meetings. And so you have to really look into that. I mean, I pay attention to investing.com. I also pay attention to, let me show you guys what I really look. I have all these apps on my iPhone. I have investing.com. Ooh, shoot, come on. I have investing.com. I have my FX book. I have FX Street. I mean, look at these three main apps, and I always constantly pay attention to the news. A lot of people don't read up on the news or look at what the news is doing, but I pay attention to the news because it's very, very important to pay attention. And so, as you guys can see right now, gold's dropping before Yellen's testimonial. USDJPY is trying to anticipate that it's a straight buy, and you have to be ready because it's going to be a lot of fluctuation today, a lot of high volatility today, because the moment her speech is going, now you got BOC Canada involved, and I'm going to show you guys the investing.com. Let me show you guys here. Okay, look at that. So that's some crazy stuff. I mean, if you look, whoa, okay. Yeah, well, if you look, let's see. Oh man, this is why. Well, if you look, you can see right here it says Fed class Yellen. Okay, you got the BOC interest rate decision, and if they are gonna raise it, guess what? USD CAD is just gonna plummet all the way down. I'm selling USD CAD all the way. I'm trying to sell all the US pairs today due to the fact that there's gonna be a lot of uncertainty from the Fed. And the Fed hasn't really said much about balance sheets, what else, or if they're going to be any, if they're going to anticipate any more rate hikes, because they're not really sure about how many rate hikes they're even going to do, for the next couple of years, and what they're going to do with the economy, with the inflation. That's another key economic indicator to take a look at. I always read up, especially what is up on these news, because it gets me prepared for what's going on for the future. And I always pay attention to these weekly economic calendars, because I always look at when Friday hits, and 2 days here, I always look at what's going on for next week. And then, even though Saturday's my day off, I still look at what's going on for next week and remind myself that these are the important days that I have to take advantage of, especially when it's high volatility. I like trading on high volatility days because I like to trade when the news spikes. News spikes is pretty critical. A lot of people are afraid to do that, and usually when a pair is anticipating that it's a buy, especially that's why I'm recording right now. I'm recording this because I want you guys to see exactly what I'm seeing and how I look at the charts. And then when the news hits, this is exactly what's going to happen. And so you got, let's see here. It's well, 7 minutes before Yellen testifies her monetary policy statement, and then you got Bank of Canada like with the same time frame at 9 a.m. So that's my time. It's Central Time. And so I'm gonna keep my eyes on these two pairs because these are the two pairs that I focus a lot. They inverse each other. They don't follow each other because gold is against U.S. dollar. If U.S. dollar tanks, it drops. Gold is a safe haven pair, so they end up buying gold instead. And gold pays out a lot more. Gold pays, I would say, at least 30-40% more if you're gonna match your profit per dollar. I mean, for every penny that the gold prices goes up, like if it was at 1,201 cents and then all of a sudden went up to 1,202 cents, that's a dramatic increase. Versus if I was trading USD JPY, they go off the value of the yen, not the value of the dollar. So that's something that I didn't know until I read the book, Forex Trading for Dummies. I recommend you guys read that. There's some pretty good chapters that you should read, especially the couple chapters in the back where how to make a trading plan and what to do. You should pull your money aside and building your bankroll and managing your funds and risk assessment. But after you get so good, and since the fact that I'm a stay-at-home dad, the only thing I do outside of this is I'm a full-time student, but that's only 3 hours of my day. And I only have summer classes from Tuesdays to Thursdays. So guess what? I got a lot more time to focus on trading. And so before all that, I wasn't even working anyways. And this has changed my life, and this has helped me grow personally, and give me a chance to be home with my kids. Before all that, I was gone, working constantly, and it was just way too much stressing out. This is a lot better, to be focused more here at home. There are times that it can get stressful, especially when you have $2. But other than that, I mean, the biggest thing is, you got to find something what you want to do in life as well, and make sure that you follow your passion. That's the biggest thing, because if you're just chasing money, it's not fun, because you'll never ever be happy if you just chase money. Definitely chase exactly what you really want to do in life. I didn't know I didn't want to do this until I actually tried it. We got 4 minutes until this happens. Ooh, you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. I know. I know. Let's get ready, girl. Let's get ready to knock these trades out real quick. Ooh. That's a lot of water for you. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Okay, that's all you get. Gotta focus on this, girl. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Go. Okay. Calm down, calm down. Calm down, girl. Let me get my FX book on. We got less than a minute for this to happen. Okay, girl, calm down. 9 seconds. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man, that was it. What? Are you serious? What the hell is going on? I'm just kidding. Yep, USD CAD did drop. And then I'll show you guys this. This is USD CAD. Oh man, I need a better camera. I'm sorry, guys. I want you guys to take a look at this. Look at that. Look at that drop. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is the drop right here. No. Oh man. Notice that it's... So that's something that, you know, and then it is, you know, I'm going to go on the chart here. That way you guys can see. I know there's not really much that I thought that was going to happen to gold and USD JPY, but let's go. Let me switch this around. I want you guys to see exactly what I'm looking at here. I'm going to go on the 1 minute chart. Bam, right here. This is USD CAD. Everyone anticipated that it was going to be a buy. And look at how much it's dropped. That's mad pips if you're gonna cash it out. And I already anticipated the drop already. Due to the fact that everyone thinks that Bank of Canada isn't gonna do anything. And they said they were gonna raise their rates 0.25 on top of 0.5%, which was supposed to be, which turns out to be 0.75%, and they actually did raise it up, you know. So it's just like you have 25 cent. I mean, you have there at I'm just gonna do like money. They have 50 cent rate, and then they add another 25 cents, and now they're at 75 cent rate now. That way, I can make it easier for you guys to understand. And notice that USD CAD is still plummeting down because Canada is stronger than the US dollar. I'm still waiting on, I don't know how long it's going to take for Yellen to testify her monetary policy statement, but it's pretty critical today. I think they said it was supposed to be all day, so I'm going to have to really keep my eye on this, because it's really, really important to take a look into this. So, okay, girl, calm down. So, there you go. That's just one of the things I usually look at. People anticipate to buy, especially when times are like this, and then boom, it just plummets down. Easy money to make off of. Really is. As soon as I seen that last red candle, I'm cashing out. And then there are times that I do anticipate, and it does that knee jerk reaction where it'll jump up, and then you're like, oh yes, I made my money, and then all of a sudden, boom, it'll just shoot right back down where it came from. And so you have to be very careful because it's I would say it's 90% pretty accurate for me since I've been testing this for a couple months now. But there's that one time where it gets you, and you just have to be ready. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, it's not 100% accurate all the time, but 90%, hey, you can't beat that. You know, so that's a good tip to pay attention to, because I pay attention to the 1 minute chart, especially when there's high volatility. You have to know where the candles are going, especially when there's going to be news releases within minutes. And you have to know that. You have to pay attention within the next, 2 or 3 minutes where these candles are going. And I need to go back to gold here, because gold, there's not much for USD JPY, but gold just, oh crap, come on. Okay, so gold did drop down to 12.19. Now it's back up to 12.20. Okay. Yeah, USD CAD is still plummeting its way down. Okay. Trying to see. I'm just trying to work some numbers in my brain here. Man, I'm trying to see here. The only thing that gets to me is when I anticipate way too much, and I have to stick with what I go first. Usually, what I go first goes my way. But when I anticipate way too much, there are times, like especially when it's non-farm payroll, I messed that up last Friday because I should have kept it the way it was. I ended up selling USD JPY and buying gold, which should have waited till this week to happen. NFP was perfect for US, so I made that mistake last Friday. Girl, what's the matter with you? Do you not see I'm recording? Okay, you want to go? Okay. Sorry. Bye. Feel free to go. She's about to be 1 in a week. Alright. So, there you guys have it. I'm going to try and make videos. I'm trying to make videos along with my 2 kids plus full-time school. I want to make videos of everything that I do, of what I do. I like to go fishing, I like to trade Forex, and do family videos when me and the family, like a daily vlog. And so, I've been procrastinating and thinking way too much if I should do YouTube videos about this or not. But I'm going to do it because I want to record how I do things. I want to see where my mistakes are. I'm not doing this to make a course and all of a sudden compile a course together and all of a sudden say, oh, you gotta pay to watch this stuff. No, I want to make sure that all this stuff is free. I want to make sure what you guys are seeing, that way you guys can take this knowledge and put it into your trading strategies and techniques and even perfect your skills even better. And looking at USD CAD right now, it's still dropping. And so that's a lot more money to be made of, and it's gonna keep dropping. That's why That's why you gotta look at the 1 minute chart, you know, and don't ever second guess yourself. You gotta go with your gut, you know. And like I said, I pay attention to the 4 hour chart a lot more, you know. And back to the indicators, I use the moving average is it's already there, but I will do an actual live video on back when I was scalping, and that way you guys can see how I went from scalping to swinging. And scalping is where I started because I didn't know anything about swinging. I didn't want to swing any trades because I didn't really want to second guess if it was worth swinging for that long, especially for 6-8 hours. And so now I'm getting used to it. And so that way you guys can see how I went from scalping to swinging. You know, I'm just showing you guys what I look at the 4 hour chart, the parabolic SAR, you know, every 4 hours, 4 p.m., 9 p.m., 1 a.m., 5 a.m., 9 a.m., 1 p.m., you know. These are basic time frames you should take care of it. You should take a look at it, especially if you're on a parabolic SAR. MACD, better pay attention to MACD as well. If you know that MACD is overbought or oversold, chances are that's where I look at too. RSI is always gonna be jumping up and down. RSI can go above 100 and then go below 0. And don't be fooled by RSI. RSI is great indicator because you know where it's moving. But if you're gonna do long-term trading, you gotta stick with, you know, these technical indicators that are actually gonna give you the right feedback that you're looking for. So that way you can execute at the right time. Timing and positioning. So there you guys have it. I don't know, I guess I can show you. It wasn't as high as it was, but still sitting at 185. I mean, it was at, yeah, so. So, pretty interesting day. Tomorrow is going to be even more interesting as well. And so, today and tomorrow is great money maker days. And got to pay attention to high volatility days because you can make a lot of money in one day and that pays for your whole week. You know, and so like Sunday was just that one little start and that was it. And then Monday, there's not much really. There wasn't really much going on Monday. Tuesday kind of started off a little bit better, and then now today is just picking up the pace. So can't go wrong Wednesdays and Thursdays. The mid days of the week are pretty high volatility. So that's all I got. But yeah, I will try and make more videos on more in depth on how I trade from when I went from scalping to long-term trading. Alright guys, you guys have a great trading day. Tune in next time.